good night, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Man, I think I finally figured this out. You know, the mistake I've made is I haven't been showing the value of what I've been doing. That's the mistake that I've made. See, I've been so focused on trying to sell the message that I overlook the value. And when you really sit down and think about, man, there is nobody in the world that can honestly disagree with this message. Think about that. There's nobody in the world that can honestly disagree with this. It touches everybody, no matter what religion you are, no matter what race you are, no matter if you're rich, if you're poor, it touches you. And that's what I have not been successful in conveying, the value of this. Man, I got to tell you, I mean, and see, a lot of people will try to discredit what I'm saying because they've never created anything with value. This right here is a Nobel Peace Prize statement because it touches the world. This statement right here touches the world. And I found, and unbeknownst to me, I figured it out in front of the White House. When I was seeing people from all over the world come up and saying, that's a true statement. You see? So now, that's my focus, is now showing the value of this statement right here. Because think about it. This is the one message the entire world can agree on. Even when they can't agree with each other, they can agree on this message right here. The entire world. And no sponsor want a message that the entire world can agree with? Think about that for a minute. The entire world can agree with this message. And don't no sponsor want that kind of opportunity? Don't nobody want to have that exclusive? I mean, seriously. You don't want an exclusive where the entire world know what you're sponsoring? And not only do they know, they agree. This is the one message the entire world can agree on. They can't agree on much else, but they can agree on this. Every man, woman, and child in the world can agree with this. And nobody see any value in that? Where the whole world can agree. That's the amazing part to me. So, hey man, I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep at it. Because now I see a different perspective. Now I see a different angle. See, I see a different meaning now that I understand. And it took me almost quitting to discover this. almost wanting to give up, to say, wait a minute, you haven't sold the value of this. And when I started focusing on the value of what I'm saying, now more ideas are coming. See, now that I'm focused on the value, because remember I told y'all, man, if your idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. Let me say that again. If your ideas are not growing in your mind, they're dead. Because what that means is you're going to end up right where you started out if you ain't growing. Let me say that again. See, when you're not growing, when your ideas are not growing in your mind, you're going to end up right where you started out at because there's no growth. Look at 2023. A lot of people right now are going to end 2023 right where they started. Doing the same old crap. That's the hating, the bullying, the trolling. They started 2023 out doing that, and they're going to end 2023 doing the same thing. Because they didn't grow. They haven't grown at all. A lot of people can't show no growth. And that's where the problem is. But this, ain't nobody honestly can disagree with this message. I challenge anybody to disagree with it. Let's have a debate. Disagree with it. Because it's going to touch you or your family some kind of way. Or your employment. It's going to touch you some kind of way. This message touches everybody in the world. And nobody see that as value. Nobody see that as value. That you, once in a while, you're going to get something that come along that everybody in the world can identify with. Everybody, enemies can agree with that. Enemies can agree with this. Enemies. That's how powerful this message is. And man, I don't know what made me not think of this earlier. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I got a phone call this morning because I get a lot of spam calls on my line. So I just silence unknown callers. And I had a woman call me this morning from Pennsylvania. I saw you behind Rudy Giuliani, and I want to see if you were real. I am. I appreciate what you're doing. I just got that call this morning. And again, this is the one message the world can agree on. Right here. The one message the world can agree on. And no sponsor wants that kind of exclusivity. They don't want that exclusive. To have a message that the world can agree on. I mean, a sponsor should be beating my dough down because I got a message the world can agree on. And look at me. I got this guy that one of my trolls. He done even switched up got two accounts that he come in now. And, rather than be upset, he sent something. I mean, he went way back into my videos. And I'm like, man, as long as you keeping up with me, you can't do nothing for yourself. As long as you following me and trolling me, your life ain't shit. You can't pay attention to your own life because you so busy trying to see what I'm doing. That's why I keep telling you, don't worry about your haters. Because your haters are actually a fan. They just don't want to admit that they admire you. So to get attention, they be an adversary. But they really are a fan. Because otherwise, there's no way they're going to sit down and go through all your content, and see what you're doing if they wasn't a fan. And not only go through it, but comment on it. That's a fan. That's a fan. Whether they comment positive or negative, that's a fan. Okay? So my goal in the rest of this year and 2024 is to show the importance. Wow. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. And see, let me tell y'all something. One day, I think it was during the Paul Manafort trial. It was cold as hell this day. And the Spirit of God told me to take the photographers and the cameraman some donuts. I spent like $50. I bought 2 dozen donuts and 2 boxes of coffee and put one on each side. And before that, man, I used to get cropped out in all kinds of replays. They was cropping me out. Wouldn't give me no play. But after I gave that kind gesture to them, ever since, man, I come up and see that's historical. 100 years from now, when they run that same clip, I'll be right there, dead and gone. But I'll be right there. 100 years from now, when they run that clip, I'll be in the grave. I'll be right there. Yeah, they were trying. Yeah, that was Rudy Giuliani's attorney, and I told him, man, back the fuck up. That's just what I told him. Back the fuck up. And you see, he left me alone. If you go back and watch the video, because he had his briefcase trying to put it up in front, this man, back the fuck up. Okay? All right? That's what I told him. Back the fuck up, man. Because I ain't moving. And you can see when Rudy got in the car, I was right there in his face. I shook his hand. How many people have that kind of courage that they can get that close and shake his hand? Most of y'all would be back in the background, somewhere scared. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Why are you scared? When it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. If you see it, take it. And let the chips fall where they may. And that's what I've been trying to do. Get out here and just take. I ain't asking for permission. I'm taking it. Because after all, this is my town. And how you going to come in my town and tell me that I can't get a part of something you're doing? And I live here. And I'm supposed to be scared of you. Man, get the fuck up out of here. I ain't scared of you. Take that little dick energy somewhere else. Take that little dick energy. The little dick energy playground is that way. This ain't it. And you got to stand your ground, man. But nobody can disagree with this message. Look how powerful that is, man. Nobody in the world can disagree with this. Nobody. I got 3 people up in here now. Am I lying? Am I telling a lie? No, seriously. I'm asking you, am I lying? Somebody. Somebody. Am I lying? Nobody in the world can disagree with this. Nobody. Because if it ain't touching you personally, it's touching your family. It's touching your job. It's touching your friends. Nobody can disagree with this. All over the world. And no sponsor see that as value. No sponsor want that exclusivity. Nobody want to have that exclusive. They got something they sponsor that the whole world can identify with. I mean, people should be beating my dough down, man. So, hey, let me sponsor that. Because ain't nobody else in the world came up with. And see, listen, this goes to the importance of following your intuition. This goes to the importance of following your intuition. And regardless to how tough it is, if you follow your intuition, if you embrace one of them ideas, see it through to the end. Now, you're going to have some rough days. You're going to have some discouraging days. You're going to have days where you're going to want to quit. Go through them days and keep it moving. Get knocked down, get up. Get up. And you're going to get knocked flat on your ass. Get back up. Get back up. Because that's the only way you might end up being able to throw a lucky punch when they think you weak and vulnerable. And you got just enough strength to knock them the fuck out. Okay? You throw a haymaker and it lands. All right? So that's my mission right now, is to show the value of this right here, because it has value. All right, man, I got some laundry to do before I get out here this morning. I'm going back to the way, and it's still windy out there today, so the wind's supposed to die down around 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this opportunity to get my laundry done, because I hand wash my laundry. So I'm gonna wash my laundry and get my clothes so they can be dry, and get out here and go back to the White House. But nobody, hey Tanya, how you doing? Nobody in the world can disagree with this message. Nobody in the world can disagree with this message. And you gonna tell me that ain't value? When you got a message the whole world can agree with, and ain't nobody interested in that? Something wrong with them. I should not have to beat you down to make you see something of value. See, that's how. See, when you trying to get a sponsor, see, you manipulating the process. The person that is gonna sponsor it, they're gonna find me. I ain't gotta look for them. They're gonna find me. Okay, and all it's gonna take is one to come in, because everybody can't sponsor this message. I don't do alcohol, and I don't do fast food. So, you know, whoever sponsors this message is going to have to be somebody that I believe in. One of these fast food can come and offer me $100 million to sponsor it, and I turn it down. Let me say that again. As broke as I am, a fast food or some alcohol or some crap like that can come and offer me $100 million to sponsor this message, and I say no, because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in your product. I can't promote something that I don't do myself. That's selling my soul. So be prepared for that. And see, and a lot of people think just cause you in need that you'll jump. I'll stay right here in this hotel, man. I'll stay right here. And besides, if I turn you down now, and I'm going to send out a press release that I turn you down, now I got the attention of the world. What? He turned down $100 million? I sure did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I get $500 million off of publicity for turning it down. I ain't hurting myself. I'm helping myself. And now they really gonna take a look. I told you, ain't nobody in the world. Think about that, man. Nobody in the world can disagree with this. Nobody. That's powerful. All right? All right, man. I see y'all. I'm out.